In this paper, we are solving UPSC Civil Service Preliminary GS2 paper of 2014. Except for the comprehensive type of questions, we are fully solving all other questions. 2013 CSAT paper was solved in the previous video. If you are interested, you can check that out. If you have any doubt or confusion regarding any questions or any concepts discussed in this video, please comment on it. I will try to do a separate video on it. I hope this video will be helpful to all. So question 1. 5 persons fire bullets at a target at an interval of 6, 7, 8, 9 and 12 seconds respectively. The number of times they would fire the bullets together at the target in an hour is. So here in such questions, 5 people are firing their bullets at a constant interval. So to find the common time at which they fire the bullets together, we just have to take the LCM of the given numbers. So LCM of 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 will give the common time or the common interval at which all the people will be firing their bullets. So this becomes, so LCM, if you see 8 into 9 into 7, so here it contains 12, so this will be the LCM. 9 into 8, 72, 14, 50, 504, 504. So what does this mean? At 504th second, so at 504th second, they will be firing their bullets together. So if you assume they fire their bullets together at the 0th second first, then the second bullet they will be firing together will happen at 504th second. That's what this means. So now we have to find how many 504th seconds will come in 1 hour. So in 1 hour we have 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So by 504, so for simplicity I will write this 8 into 9 into 7. So 6, 3 into 2, I'll just take 2 from here and 3 from here. So we'll get 10. Again 2 from here and 3 from here, again 10. So 5. So this becomes 50 by 7. So this 7 into 7 is 49. So this becomes 7.1 something. So 7 times 504 seconds fit in 1 hour. So if you assume they fire their bullets together at 0th second, then 504 second appears 7 times in 1 hour. So total 7 plus 1 becomes 8 becomes the answer. So 8 becomes the 8 times becomes the answer. So another possibility is if we don't assume that they fire the bullets together at 0th second, what happens is they will fire their first bullets together at 504th second. So in 1 hour they fire 7 times. Instead of 7 plus 1, you will get 7 times. So both can become the answer. Here it is not clearly mentioned whether they are firing their bullets together at 0th second. So these two are possible answers here. In cases like this, it is safe to assume they fire their bullets at 0th seconds. They fire together, since it is given at an interval of 6 seconds, 7 seconds. So first they fire a bullet, then they fire the second bullet after 6 seconds. For the second person, it is 7 seconds, like that. So it is safe. It is better to assume that they fire their bullet at 0th second. In that case, the answer is 8 times. Otherwise, it is 7 times. In the official UPSC Civil Service key, the answer was given as B or C. So For people who mark both the answer, they get the marks. This is the only question which had two options as their answer in the exam. So yeah, probably that is the reason why they gave both answers. So this is the solution to question 1, B or C. I think you understood how these two possibilities come. Now, sorry. For people who doesn't understand how this LCM become the common time at which they fire the bullets, I will try to explain that concept. For people who are familiar with this, just skip to the next question. So that explanation for that. So it is given the first person fires the bullet at first at 0th second, then at 6th second, 12th second, with an interval of 6, right? 18. It goes like this. Second person, they fire at 0, 7, 14. It goes like that. 21. Okay, just okay. Next 0, 8, 16 goes like that. 4, 0, 9, 18, 5th, 0, 12, 24. So this is what is given. So we know that at some point, at some value, this value appears in all the rows here, right? We have to find that value. As we found out earlier, it is 504. 504 is the first value that appears in common in all these rows. So we have to find this value. So what is that specialty of that value? If you see, every number appearing in this row is divisible by 6, right? As it is appearing as a multiple of 6, 6 into 2, 6 into 3. So it is divisible by 6. Similarly, that number will be divisible by 7 also. This number will be divisible by 8. This number will be divisible by 9, and that same number will be divisible by 12 also. So what is LCM? LCM is if you find the LCM of few numbers, that number will be divisible by all these numbers. So say we have A, B, C, D. We are finding the LCM of these 4 numbers, and say the LCM is P. So what is the specialty of P? P is the smallest number that will be divisible by A, B, C, and D. So that is the concept of LCM. The same thing we are looking here. So the number that should appear common in all these rows, and it should be divisible by 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12. So for that, we have to find LCM of 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So that is why we are finding LCM. So the importance is that is the smallest number that will be divisible by these numbers. That is the reason why we were looking for LCM. So to find LCM, if you are not familiar, it is just if you want to find 6, 7, 8, 9 LCM of these two numbers, what we could do is we could factorize this 3 into 2. This is just 7. This is 2 into 2 into 2, and this is 3 into 3. This is 2 into 2 into 3. Now pick up numbers that form the numbers with minimum numbers. Like we first pick 3 and 2, then we pick up 7. So here 2 is already there, so we don't have to take that. One more 2 is coming, so we take, then one more 2. So here 3 2s, there is 3 2s here. Okay, now 1 3 is appearing, which is already there. One more 3 is appearing, so we take that 3. And here 2, it's already there. One more 2 already there. 1 3 already there. So this is the LCM. So we can find LCM like this also. So this becomes if you multiply it together, we'll get here 6 in. So earlier I wrote 7 into 2 into 2 into 2, I wrote 8. 3 into 3, 9. So how I wrote this fast is 7 is not repeating in any of this, so 7 will be the 8. If you take 8, then 2's are all included in 8, and if you take 9, 3's will be also included. So 12 is already in this, so this is just 4 into 2. If you write 4 into 2 and this is 3 into 3, you can see 4 into 3 can be found from this. So that is the minimum number we are taking out of factors. So if you are unfamiliar, you could do it like this. It is little time consuming, so just by practice you can quickly extract the LCM out of it. So yeah, this is how you find LCM, and this is the reason why LCM is the number we need to solve this question. So if you're still confused, do comment on it. I will try to explain it more. So yeah, this is the solution to question 1. Question 2. A group of 630 children is seated in rows for a group photo session. Each row contains 3 less children than the row in front of it. Which one of the following number of rows is not possible? I'll do this in 2 methods. First finding the answer from the options, and then the general method to solve it. So if you, in questions like this, if the number of rows is odd, it's easy if you arrange it like this. The middle row x, let the middle row be x, then the one to its right is x minus 3, and one to its left is x plus 3. So like this we can arrange. So if it is 3 rows, then we can arrange like this. If it is 5 rows, we can arrange like this, x minus 6 and x plus 6. So for even we will arrange it like this, and for odd we will just we'll do one thing. We will just do like this. We'll take one from either side will do, and make the arrangement like that. So if it is odd, we will arrange it like this, and we'll check it for 3. This is 3 rows, and it will be like this, and the sum is, if you see, the reason for taking this arrangement is, if you sum it together, all these numbers will cancel out, and we will just get 3x as the sum. So 3x has to be 630, and this arrangement is possible if x is if we can find some x, so that sum will be 630, right? So sum is 3x, and x will be 630 by 3, which is that implies x is equal to 210. So we are getting a whole number, so this arrangement is possible. So 3 is not the answer, since it is asking for not possible ones. So similarly, if you take 4, same thing, we just take x plus 6 and x plus 3, x minus 3. So if you add, we will get 4x plus 6 is equal to 630. So if you subtract, we get 4x is equal to 624. So we just have to see whether 4x is we will get a whole number for x here also. So divisibility by 4 can be checked. If the last 2 digits is divisible by 4, and as you can see, it is divisible by 4. So 6 into 4 is 24. So x becomes we need not find the x, but it is divisible by 4, and x is a whole number. So 4 is also not the answer. And for 5, similarly, if you take for 5, we get, if you add x minus 6 and x plus 6 as the combination, if you add up, we will get 5x is equal to 630. So as you can clearly see, 630 is divisible by 5, and x is a whole number. So 5 is also a we can find some x, so that we can arrange it like this: 5 rows, with each row less than 3 from the row front of it. So x is here also possible. So 5 is not the answer. So right away we can say D is the right answer without checking in the exam hall. So you will not waste time. So in case if you want to check, we can same method. So if you put, this is the 5 numbers, so we can put one more one in front of it. So sorry, it was x plus 6 here. We took 4x plus 6 only, so x plus 6. So we can put one more x plus 9, right? 3, 6, 9. So x plus 9 will also come. So 6 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6x plus 9 will be the sum, has to be 630. So 6x is equal to 630 minus 9, which is 621. So 630 minus 9, right? 621. So as you can see, to find a whole number x, 621 should be divisible by 6. To check divisibility by 6, we just need to check whether this number is divisible by both 2 and 3. As you can see, it is not divisible by 2 and it will not be divisible as 6. So this is the right answer. This is the first method. You can quickly check using this method from the options. So another method is, yeah, that is also checking the answer using from the options only, but instead of this kind of rearrangement, that is a general method we can apply. I'll just show that also. Okay, I'll just clear this. Okay, let me just write that also. So in case if you take our first element as x plus 3, so 3 into 1, and next element 3 into 2, which is 6. Similarly, nth element is x plus 3n. If you take our rows as like this, it is 3 apart from the row in front of it, 3 less than the row front of it. So if you take the sum equation is, there is a simple formula: first number plus the last number, which is x plus 3 plus x plus 3n into total numbers n rows by 2. This is the sum equation. This has to be 630. Or if you simplify, if you this becomes 2x plus 3 into n plus 1 into n by 2. If you take n by 2 inside, we get nx plus n into 3 by 2 into n plus 1 into n is equal to 630. Now this is a general formula. You can apply for each n in this formula and check whether we get a whole number x. If x is a fraction, that means we cannot arrange it in this manner. So you can check for each n. For 3, if you put 3, I will just show an example. 3x for 3, this becomes 3 by 2 into 4 into 3 is equal to 630. So 2, 2, 9, 2, 18. 3x is equal to 3x plus 18 is equal to 630. That implies 3x is equal to 630 minus 18. 630 minus 20 is 610. So 612. So as you can see, this number is divisible by 3 and x is a whole number. So we can say 3 is divisible. Similarly, we can check for each we can check for 4, 5 and 6 and see whether it gives a whole number. This is also one method. This is a general method. We don't have to arrange it like x minus 3, x plus 3 and all. But this is much easier. As you can see, we can quickly verify the answers. So that is an easier method. This is a general method. You can choose, if this is more easier to learn, you can choose this. But keep in mind that in exam hall, they are expecting us to solve this question in less than 1 minute. So choose whichever is the fastest method. And as I said, as I showed earlier, the moment you get it is not 3, 4, 5, don't waste your time to check whether 6 is the answer. Go mark the answer as 6. So this is the solution to question 2. Question number 3. There are 7 persons upon a ladder. A, B, C, D, E, F and G. Not in that order. Now A is further up than E. So there is some information is given. And the question is the person on the bottom step of the ladder. So we need to find the person on the bottom. So we'll just mark the position like this: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the position. Now we'll use the information that is given. A is further up than E but is lower than C. So A is further up than E but is lower than C. So CAE, not necessarily consecutive position, but the order should be C. A should be above C and E should be below A and C. So this order should be maintained. So that is one information given. Then G is between, so it is also given B is in the middle. So we can fill B as the middle person. Then it is given G is between A and B. So G is between A and B. Okay. Then it is given E is between B and F. So B, E, F. Then it is given F is between E and D. F is between E, D. Okay, these are the information given. So since we know B is the middle element, only 3 elements can be above it. So as you can see from this information, A and G are above it, and above A there has to be C. So C, A, G has to be above B, and that is it is also in the order C, A and G. So these 3 elements has to be above B. So only 3 elements are there, so we can fill in that C, A, G. Now if you see from this, B, below B there has to be E and F. There is only 3 elements. So and below E and F there has to be D also. So the only combination possible is E, F, D. So all that is filled now. We have got our order, and the last person on the bottom step of the ladder will be D, which is C. Answer C. So the solution to question 3 is C. Question 4. Consider that A is taller than B, C is taller than A, D is taller than C, E is the tallest of all. If they are made to sit in the above order of their height, who will occupy the middle position? So we'll just write A is taller than B, C is taller than A. So C is taller than A, D is taller than C, D is taller than C, E is the tallest of all. E is the tallest of all. So middle person is C. So correct answer is option C, C. That is solution to question 4. Question 5. Consider the following statements. There are 6 villages A, B, C, D, E and F. F is 1 kilometer west of D. So we will straight away mark what is given. F is 1 kilo. Let's mark D. F is 1 kilometer west of D. So west direction. F 1 kilometer. Now B is 1 kilometer east of E. So let's mark it here. E, B, E. E is 1 kilometer east of E. So the direction we are doing is north, south, east, west. Okay. A is 2 kilometer north of E. So A is 2 kilometer north of E. C is 1 kilometer to the north of E. C is 1 kilometer to the east of A. 1 kilometer. So exactly here, C, 1 kilometer. D is 1 kilometer to the south of A. So south. So this, since this is, so this has to be D. D is 1 kilometer south of A. Since this is 2, this has to be 1. Okay. Which 3 villages are in a line? So since F is 1 kilometer, we can just mark F also here. This is F, 1 kilometer. So in a line, if you see ACB, so B, okay, ACB is not in a line. ADE is in a line. This line, okay. So the correct answer is B, ADE. We don't have to check the other options. CBF is not an answer. EBD is also no answer. So this is, if you mark north correctly, east west, this is one of the easier questions in the exam. So correct answer is ADE. B is the solution to question 5. Moving on to next question. Question 6. 4 children are sitting in a row. A is occupying the next seat next to B, but not next to C. So let's write that down. So one possibility is A is sitting next to B like this, or it could be like this, order B, A. Okay. But A is sitting occupying next to B, but not next to C. So if you say one possibility is like this, A, B, and here it should not be C. Okay. Similarly for this also, it can be like this or like this. Many possibilities are there. We will see other information. Anyway, C is not sitting next to A. Then C is not, if C is not sitting next to D, so in that case, C and D are the persons left, and we shouldn't place 2 adjacent like this, since C and D are not sitting. C is not sitting next to D. So the only combinations will be A. Let's take the first case where order is A, B. Now C and D has to be like this. If it is on either side of AB, then C and D will be sitting together. So it should be either like this or D, C. Since we are given another information that C is not sitting next to A, the only combination here is, only possible combination here is not D. C has to be, D has to be here, and C has to be here. And C is not sitting next to A. So this is one combination possible. Now another combination is from here it can be if B, A, D, E. It could be like this also. These two are the possibilities. So this considers all the information. A is occupying seat next to B, done, and A is not sitting next to C, done, and C is not sitting next to D, done. These two are the possibilities. This is the first possibility, this is the second possibility. And now the question is, who is occupying seat adjacent to D? In this case it has to be A, and in this case it has to be A. So in both situations A is sitting adjacent to D. So the correct answer is B. So only A is sitting adjacent to D, not B. So the answer is B. Solution to question 6. Moving on to next question. Question 7. Assume that the hour and minute hands of a clock move without jerking. The clock shows a time between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. The two hands of the clock are one above the other. After how many minutes, nearest integer, will the two hands be again lying one above the other? So the information given is, if this is the clock,
sorry, clock, and this will be 9 o'clock, and this will be 8 o'clock. Sometime like this, the how it is given, the hour hand and mid hand overlaps, right? So, it is asking at what time, how many minutes will it take for the hour hand and the minute hand to overlap again. After how many minutes will that happen? So that is the question. So say it happens after some, when it is here, so it will be like the minute hand will be like this, and our hand will be over and above it like this. Say if it happens after how many minutes, so say x minutes, it happens after x minutes. This x is what they are asking. So if you know the relative, how to use the relative speed concept in such question, you can arrive at the answer very fast. So the relative speed at which the minute hands move, relative speed when the relative speed compared to the hour hand is 11/2 degrees per minute. So if you use the relative speed concept, we can say it is 11 when it travels 11/2 at a relative speed, it has to cover, after x minutes, it will cover 360 degree for this to overlap again. So if you find x like this, we will get 360 into 2 by 11, which is like 720 by 11 is 6, 66, 60, so 5, 55, 65 point again, so 4, right? Let me just 60, 55, 55, 5, something 65.4. So we will get answer as C. 65 minutes is the time it takes for this to overlap again. So we can quickly find the answer if we know this concept. So people who are familiar with using relative speed in the clock question can skip the next question. For others, I will take some time to explain what the concept of relative speed is and how to use relative speed in clock questions. I will explain these two, taking some time. So first I will explain what is relative speed. So relative speed is used when two people or two objects move either like this. Say this person moves at a v1 speed and this person moves at a v2 speed in towards each other, or another case is when they move in the same direction. So these two are the two cases where we apply the concept of relative speed in questions. So I will show an example. So in this case, in relative speed, what we do is we will consider one person stationary, and we will say this person is moving at a relative speed to him. So the relative speed at which this person moves towards him is v1 plus v2. If we consider this person as stationary, then this person, in the perspective of this person moves towards him at a relative speed of v1 plus v2, since we consider the stationary. So since he was moving towards him, right? So when we keep him stationary, he is moving at a very faster pace than V2, which is V1 plus V2 at a speed V1 plus V2. This is how relative speed works. We'll keep one person as stationary, and we'll see what is the relative speed of the other person from the perspective of him, at what speed, at relative speed the other person is moving. So here the relative speed is calculated in a different way, since they are moving in the same direction. When this person is kept stationary, this person, in the perspective of this person is moving towards this person at a speed V1 minus V2. I will explain this concept with an example that will make things more clear. Both cases I will explain. So say from point A and point B, there is 100 kilometers, and a car is moving at a speed 30 kilometer per hour in this direction. A car from A is moving towards B in 30 kilometer per hour, and car from B is moving towards A at say 20 kilometer per hour. So if the question asks what is the time at which both these cars meet, then we can use the relative speed concept. So instead of assuming both cars are moving towards each other, if we are not using relative speed, how can we solve this question? Say they meet at some point like here at t seconds, right? So we will use the concept A traveled 30 kilometer, so t hours. If it takes t hours, say 30 into t hours A traveled, and B traveled 20 into t hours. Okay, so if we add these two, we'll get 100 kilometers, right? 30 into t plus 20 into t, and we'll solve for t and we will find t. That is the usual method we do. Instead, if we use the relative speed concept, we can say A is kept stationary. So A is not changing its position, and B is traveling with a relative speed towards A, right? So like this V1 plus V2, we know that we will add both the speeds. So B is traveling at a speed 50 kilometer per hour towards A, and if they want to meet, how much distance should B cover with that relative speed? B should cover 100 kilometers, right? Since A is stationary, A is not changing. We assume that A is not changing. In that case, B is moving towards A and at a relative speed, and B has to cover 100 kilometers. So we can write away, say, it's looking at the speed 30 plus 20, 50 kilometer into T is time is equal to 100. So we get T equal to 2 hours. So we'll get T as 2 hours. It will take B to meet A at 2 hours. So if you see here also, we'll get 15 to T equal to 100 and T equal to same 2. Same concept, but we used the relative speed that A is not changing. So we'll see this case where say A and B say A is from A car moves in this direction for 30 kilometer per hour, and B from B a car is going at 10 kilometer per hour, say, and there is a distance 100 kilometer between them. And if the question asks at what time they catch up, A catch up with B, since A is moving at a faster speed 30 kilometer per hour, A will eventually catch up with B at some point, right? Say it happens at here. So if we are asked at what time A catches up with B, we can use the concept of relative speed. we can assume instead B as a moving car, we can assume B is stationary. B is not moving. Then A is moving towards B with a relative speed, and at the time when they meet, A should cover, since B is not moving, 100 kilometers. So we can right away write 30 minus 10 is 20 into T equal to 100 kilometers. So we'll get 30, T is equal to 5 hours. So when B is kept stationary and A is moving at a relative speed towards B, and if it takes 5 hours, that means effectively in the normal scenario, A will reach this point with 5 hours and B will reach this point taking 5 hours. Or we'll say since both are traveling, B is traveling at 10 kilometers for 5 hours, that means 50 kilometers it travels. So this distance is 50 kilometers. So A and B reaches here at or A travels 150 kilometers and B travels 50 kilometers. Anyway, both reach this point at 5 hours. So but when we are using relative speed, we assume B is stationary and A meets B when A travels with relative speed and covers this 100 kilometers. So same concept. So we used relative speed concept to solve such questions. If we use, we will get the answers very fast. This is the concept of relative speed. Now we will see how we can use this relative speed concept in the clock questions. So clock is just like two people moving. Instead of two people or two car, here we have 1 minute hand and an hour hand. So minute hand is there and an hour hand is there. Both are moving in this direction, the clockwise direction. So what is the relative speed of minute hand compared to the hour hand? So we'll calculate first their individual speed. The individual speed for minute hand is, minute hands travel, say, covers 360 degree in 60 minutes. So 360 degree it travels in 60 minutes. Or we can see in 1 minute it travels 360 by 60 or 6 degrees. 6 degrees per minute it travels. This is the speed of the minute hand. Similarly, hour hand travels the same 360 degree in 12 hours. So it is 12, right? 12, 1, 2, 3. Similarly, it has to it takes 12 hours to take a 360 degree. So 360 degree in 12 hours, which is 12 into 60 minutes. So in 1 minute, it travels 360 into 12 into 60 or 6.2 degrees per minute. This is the speed of hour hand. This is the speed of minute hand. This is the speed of hour hand. They are both traveling in the same direction. So what is the relative speed? Relative speed is nothing. Earlier we saw when they are moving in the same direction, relative speed is v1 minus v2, or here it is 6 degree per minute minus 1 by 2 degree per minute. So 12 minus 1, 11 by 2 degrees per minute. So this is the relative speed of this minute hand compared to the hour hand. So we got the relative speed as 7 by 2 degrees per minute. Now we will see how we use this relative speed in our question. So our question is this. So let this be 9 and this be 8. And we had our minute hand like this and our hour hand like this. Now I'm going to use the concept of relative speed. I assume the hour hand is stationary. Our hand is not moving from this position. So minute hand moves, and to overlap, it has to travel how much degree? 360 degree. If our hand is not moving, minute hand should travel 360 degree for this to overlap. So we know the relative speed of our minute hand as 11/2 degrees per minute. So we need to find this time to time the our hand takes when it travels with the relative speed to take 360 degree. So 11/2 degrees per minute into say t, at if it takes t time to travel 360 degree. This is the time that is needed. So this t is 360 into 2 by 11, or 720 by 11, which we got as 65.5 something. So 65. This is how we use the concept of relative speed in clock question to answer. So 65 is the answer. This is the relative speed concept in the clock question. I hope you understood what relative speed is and how we can use that concept to solve questions. If you have any doubt, please comment on it. I will try to do a better explanation video. Anyway, this is the solution to question 7. Answer is C, 65.
Sorry, there was some issue with the sound. It changed completely. I think it is fixed now. Moving on to the next question. Question 8. There are 50 students admitted to a nursery, and some students can speak only English and some can speak only Hindi. 10 students can speak both English and Hindi. So such questions, right away we can choose the Venn diagram method. It is easier to solve using Venn diagram method. So I'll just draw a large figure here. Sorry. There are 50 students in total, and we'll represent English and Hindi as two circles. Okay, English. Okay, wait, I will mark it outside. This is English and this is Hindi. Okay, now 10 students can speak both English and Hindi. So the people who come common, this is the region which is 10. Okay, if the number of students who can speak English is 21, so this whole circle which is 21. Okay, this whole circle. And then how many students can speak Hindi, how many can speak only Hindi, and how many can speak only English. So if you see it, we will assume the entire 50 students come inside this that is, we will assume they will if you pick a students, they will speak either Hindi or English. There is no student who can't speak any language. So let's assume all the 50 comes within these two circles. So in that case, you see, first we will extract the English only speakers, that is this region. Okay, this region which is 21 minus 10. So we'll write that separately. This is 21, right? So instead we will write 21 minus 10, which is 11. Okay, this region is 11. So 11 plus 10 is 21. That is how total English speakers is 21. So if you see, we identified these two regions. Now if you subtract 21 from 50, we will get this region. Okay, this region is 50 minus 21. So 50 minus 20, 30, minus 1 is 29. Okay, we got all the regions as 11, 10 and 29. So now how many students can speak Hindi? So how many Hindi speaking students will be here? If you see this 10, speaks both Hindi and English, and this 29 speak Hindi only. So total Hindi speaking students is equal to 29 plus 10, which is 39. So only one answer fixes the solution, so which is D. So we can right away write D as the answer, but just we will verify. Okay, how many students can speak Hindi? Now how many can speak only Hindi? Only Hindi is this 29. That is the region marked. So Hindi only is 29. And how many can speak only English? Only English is the red region, which is 11. English only equal to 11. So 39, 29, 11, which is D, that is the correct answer. So you can quickly draw this figure. I took time, but you can easily draw this figure and find out in the exam hall. So that is the solution to question 8D. Next question, question 9. A gardener increased the area of his rectangular garden by increasing its length by 40% and decreasing its width by 20%. The area of the new garden is. So area, the question asks whether the area increased or decreased. So we'll select the area, length and breadth, area of this rectangular garden, right? Sorry. So this, let this be, sorry for the figure. Let this be his rectangular garden. Let's call this A and this B. So area was AB in the initial case. The new area now becomes the garden is its length by 40%, increasing its length by 40%. So now let's say it is 1.4B. So A, and decreasing its width by 20%. So it is now 0.8A. So 0.8A, it's now reduced by 20%, right? Which is 0.8A. So the reason being, if you take 1 as 100%, if you increase 40% means 40% of 1 is 0.4. So 1 plus 0.4, which is 1.4. Similarly, 20% is 0.2. So 1 minus 0.2, which is 0.8. That's how we got 0.8 and 1.4, if that confused you. So new area will be, area is 1.4 into 0.8 AB. So 14 into 8, 3, 8, 112. So 112, we have 1.12. Our new area is 1.12 AB, or it got increased by 12%. Increased by 12%. So 1.12. Earlier it was 1 AB and 0.12 was added. 0.12 is 12% of 1. That is how 12% increased by 12%. So the correct answer is B. That is the solution to question 9. Moving on to the next question, question 10. 6 books are labeled A, B, C, D, E, and F and are placed side by side. Books B, C, E, and F have green covers while others have yellow covers. So some information is given. Before going through all the information, we'll just see what the question is. Which two books are old medical extracts and have green covers? So we need old medical extracts and green covers, right? So we'll extract each information from here. So books B, C, E, F are green covers. So we have green covers B, C, E, F. And A, B, D are new while others are old. So old is C, E, F, right? A, B, D are new. And books A, B, C are law reports. So we need medical reports, which is D, E, F. So now the question asks the common one, the ones that are common. So EF is common to these three. So old medical uh, extracts with green covers is E and F. So answer is B. Resolution to question 10. Moving on to the next question, question 11. A straight line segment is 36 centimeter long. Points are to be marked on the line from both the endpoints. From each end, the first point is at a distance of 1 centimeter from the end, and the second point is at a distance of 2 centimeter from the first point, and third point is at a distance of 3 centimeter from the second point, and so on. If the points on the ends are not counted and the common points are counted as 1, what is the number of points? So some information is given. We are marking points. I will just, for representation purpose, we are marking the first point 1 centimeter apart. This, let this be first point. Then we are marking the second point 2 centimeter apart. Then 3 centimeter apart, like that. So instead of marking all the points, and similarly we will be marking the first point from the right side 1 centimeter apart, and second point 2 centimeter apart, third point 3 centimeter apart. Similarly, we will be marking from both ends, and the points that coincide will be counted as only one. That is what is given. Say if this point, when we come from this side and this side, say this point coincides, then this will be counted as just one instead of 2 points. So this is the information given, and if you mark it like that, what is the total number of points? That is the question. So instead of to find all the points, instead of using this distance apart, we will right away mark the distance from one end where each point is. So say first point is at 0 centimeter, which is the first point, starting point. Second point will be 1 centimeter apart, so we will just mark 1 centimeter, and second point will be 3 centimeter since it is 1 and 2, so 3 centimeter from this point. So we will mark, instead of 2 we will mark 3 since the point, the location, the 3 can totally identify this point, right? If it is irrespective of this point, we just are marking the distance each point is from this or starting point, so 3 centimeter. Now we just add 4 to this, so the next point is 4 centimeter from the third point. So already it is 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter from the third point is 3 centimeter from the second point, so we will add 3 to this, so we'll get 6. So what does this 6 mean? It is 6 centimeter from this point. Okay, so similarly we add 5, next we add 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, so we get 36. So when we are 36 centimeter from this origin point, we will get the last point. So these are the last points, first point and last points. These won't be counted. Now from here we will mark to find the coinciding points. We will just we will subtract 1 centimeter from here. So since it is 1 centimeter from this end, instead of writing 1 we will write 35. Why? If so that we can find the coinciding points easily. So we will subtract 1, then we will subtract 2 centimeter, then 3 centimeter, then 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter, then 5 centimeter, then 6 centimeter, which is 15, 7 centimeter, then 8 centimeter. So we reach the first point. So if you see 15 is repeating. So we need to count this point only once. And 21 is also repeating. So we'll need to count these points only once. So endpoint is not counted. So this is not counted, this is not counted, and this is not counted. So if you count all the rest of the points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is already counted once, so it is not counted. 12. So 11, 12 points. So the correct answer is B, 12. So that is the solution to question 11, 12 points. The common points are counted once, the end points are not counted, and all other points are counted once. So which gives 12 as the answer. Solution to question 11. Moving on to the next question, question 12. If Sohan, while selling 2 goats at the same price, makes a profit of 10% on one goat and suffers a loss of 10% on the other. So he makes a no profit, no loss. He makes a profit of 1%. He suffers a loss of 1%. He suffers a loss of 2%. These are the options. So this is a tricky question. You shouldn't miss out this point. He's selling 2 goats at the same price. So if he is selling 2 goats at the same price and making profit on one and loss on the other, that means the price of the original price of the goat was different for both the goats. So for example, say X was the price of one goat, he is selling it for 1.1x, making 10% profit here, and Y was the price of second goat, he is selling it for 0.9y, making loss of 10% here. So it is given this 1.1x and 0.9y are same. This is equal. He's selling 2 goats at the same price, right? So his initial investment was x plus y, and this sum is his final selling price. So what percentage is that is the question. So instead of working with percentage, there is one trick that you can work with numbers so that it is less confusing for a lot of people. You can do directly with this x and y and percentages, but I think the working with some absolute numbers makes it easier. So in this case, if we want to find x and y, so when we when we go for finding x and y, we'll have to we will have division with 11 and 9. So one trick is, in such cases, we can assume the original selling price as a random number that is divisible by both 11 and 9. So 11 into 9, say 990. So how did I choose 990? 11 into 9, which is 99. So 990. So to get a whole number, I just randomly chose. He sold his both goats at 990 rupees. So we know that 990 is 1.1x and 990 is 0.9y. So now we can easily find x. X is nothing but 990 by 1.1, or this can be written as 11y into 10, right? So this becomes 90. So we get x as 900. Similarly, y, if you find out 990 by 0.9 equal to 990 by 9 into 10, so 11, or we have 1100 as our y. So we got our x and y. So x plus y becomes 2000. So 2000 is x plus y, which is the original price of 2 goats. He sold, we assumed 990 is the price at which he sold both goats. So total selling price is 990 plus 990, which is 0.181980. This is the total selling price, which is 990 plus 990. Okay. So if you see, he made a net loss of 20 rupees. He made a net loss of 20 rupees. 2000 minus 1980. He made a net loss. Sorry, I wrote it as 20 rupees. So 20 is 1% of this. You can clearly see that if you divide it by 100, you get 20. The 20% is 1% of this. So he suffers a loss of 1% is the correct answer. So as you can see, if you when you work with numbers, you can quickly divide and find out that percentage easily. So you don't have to write this all these steps so explicitly or so well defined steps. You don't need it in exam hall, so you can quickly work it out with at the side and at a very faster pace than this. So I hope you understood. He suffers a loss of 1%. So one common mistake a person could make is he could miss out that person could miss out that he is selling two goats at the same price. So if you assume he made the original price as 100 and he made 10% on one goat, so that means he sold one goat for 110 rupees and he made 10% loss on another goat, so he sold for 90 rupees. So if you take it like that, you will get he makes no profit, no loss. So if you miss out this point that he while selling two goats at the same price, it's not the original price that is the same, but selling price that is the same. You shouldn't miss out that point. If you miss out that point in exam hall, then you will mess up this question. You will get the answer wrong. So that is the solution to question 12. Option C is the answer. Moving on to the next question. Question 13. Out of total 120 musicians in a club, 5% can play all the three instruments: guitar, violin and flute. It so happens that the number of musicians who can play any two and only two of the above instrument is 30. So before reading the rest, what is the total number of those who can play violin alone, flute alone is the question. So it is a typical question where we can use Venn diagram to have a clarity. I'll just go ahead and draw one. So we mark each region. So it is, since the rest of the numbers are in the rest of the figures are given in absolute numbers and only one is given in percentage, we will right away convert this percentage into number. So 5% of 120 musicians play all three instruments. So which is this region? I'll just mark each region. Just this is the first region, which is 5%, which is 120 is 5 is 6. 10% is 12 and 5% is 6. So I will just mark this region as 6. Now it is given. It so happens that number of musicians who can play any two and only two of the above instrument. So any two and only two is this region. I will just mark that region. Let me just. So this region. Okay. This is given as say 30. Okay. This is 30. This yellow region is 30. And the number of musicians who can play the guitar alone. So guitar alone, I'll just let this be guitar, let this be violin, this be flute. So guitar alone means this region. I'll just this region is given as 40. Now the question asks, what is the total number those who can play violin alone or flute alone, which is again this region. They are asking for this blue region. So they are asking for this blue region. So we know that total is 120. So if you subtract all other regions, that is 30 plus 6 plus 40 from 120, you will get the blue region. it is evident from the figure, right? So 676, right? 76, and 120 minus 76 is 4, 111, which is 44. So the answer is B, 44. So if you use Venn diagram for these questions, it will be very easier. You can quickly draw one without taking much time, and you will get a clarity. So this is the this is a fairly easy question, but you shouldn't write 5 here. It is 5%. So such small mistakes can mess up the answer. So if you write 5 instead of 6, you will get 45 as an answer. So that option is that option is there also. So if you when you quickly write, if you miss out that, you will get a wrong answer. So we make sure that you clearly write down what is given. Okay, anyway, this is the solution to question 13. Option B, 44. Moving on to the next question, question 14. 6 identical cards are placed on a table. Each card has a number 1 marked on one side and number 2 marked on its other side. All the 6 cards are placed in such a manner that the number 1 is on the upper side. In one try, exactly 4, neither more nor less, cards are turned upside down. In how many least number of tries can the cards be turned upside down such that all 6 cards show number 2 on the upper side? So let's write the number that is on the top side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I mean, these are the cards which has number 1 on the upper side. Okay. Now we'll randomly select 4 cards and turn. We have to select 4 cards. So we'll turn. So this becomes 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1, 1. This remains 1 itself since it is not turned. We randomly selected first 4 cards. Now, if you see, we have 3 options here. One is include this, not include any of the ones that is left, and turn the 4 cards again. So this will, if we do that, we'll reach back to this state, this first state. So we don't want that. So if we then another option is include all 2 ones here. So if you turn these 2, it becomes we will have any other 2's turned up, so that will give us 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. So which is exactly the same position. Since we have 2 ones here, 2 ones here, we are stuck in the same position. So that is not the way to go. So then the only option left is include only 1 1. So we'll randomly choose 3 2's and 1 1's and turn. So 2, 1, 1, 1. So this 1 becomes again 2. This 1 remains 1. So we got this. Now we can select all the ones that is left and turn. So we will get 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So all the cards are showing 2's on its upper side. So question is, in how many least number of tries can the cards be turned? So this is our first try. This is our second try, and this is our third try. In third try, we got all 2's on the upper side. So our answer is A. Question 14A is the solution. So this is a simple question. So the questioner is trying to scare or intimidate the student by giving a long question and trying to make it complicated by using complicated sentences and all. But this is a fairly simple question where you could just write down and try and arrive at the answer very fast. So solution to question 14 is A. Moving on to the next question, question 15. The graph is given and direction for the following 4 items. So 4 questions follows this graph. The following graph shows the average profit of two fruit sellers A and B in thousands per year from the year 1995 to 2000. Consider the graph and answer the 4 items that follow. So we have the first question is in x-axis the years is given, and in y-axis average profit in thousands is given. So in each year, in which year is the average profit of A and B the same? So for each year it is marked with a black dot for B, so it is easier to compare. So for if you see, this is the year at which they coincide, the graph of A and B coincide, and they both have the average profit as 4,000 rupees. So 4,000 rupees is their common profit, or in year 1996 is the average profit the same. So solution is B. Now next question. What is the difference between the average profit of B and A in the year 1998? So this is 95, 96, 97, this is 98. So if you see, average profit of B is 4,000 rupees. So this, right, 4,000 rupees for B. So B, it is 4,000 rupees, and average profit of A, if you see, this point is 3,000. Sorry, I'll just, sorry. So it is above 3,000 and below 4,000. So somewhere around 3,500. Say, let's say the average profit is somewhere around 3,500. It is not clearly marked. So it is around 3,500, and for the year 1998, so the difference becomes around 500 rupees. So the only option that comes close is positive 500, since the average profit of B and A, B is asked first, so B minus A, so which is around positive 500. The only value that is close to the positive 500 is 600 rupees. So this must be 3,600 instead of 3,500. So that means the correct answer is C. So we also get this as 3,600. Okay, that is irrelevant, but yeah, correct answer is C. Now next question. How much more average profit did A make in the year 2000 than in the year 1999? So we need both 9. This is the year for both. You can clearly see this is 4,000 and 1990. Oh, sorry. They are asking both the figures of A only. So this is not needed. For A, this is 4,000, and in the year 2000, this is 6,000 rupees. Okay. So the difference is 6,000 minus 4,000, which is 2,000 rupees. 6,000 minus 4,000, 2,000 rupees. The solution is D. So the next question. What is the trend of the average profit of B from the year 1997 to the year 2000? So 1997, this is the point. So I'll just draw from year 1997. This is the graph each year. Okay, 1997 to 2000. So as you can see, it is a non-decreasing graph. So from 97 to 98, it is steady, but it is not decreasing. It's steady, right? Then it is increasing, then increasing. So it is, overall we can say this is non-decreasing. Okay. So this is a non-decreasing graph, and B is the correct answer. So 4 questions are over. That is the solution. 4 questions. I'll just show once again. 15th, it is 1990. B, option B. 16, it is option C. And 17, option D. And 18, option B. So that is the solution. Next question, question 19. The following table shows the marks obtained by two students in different subjects. So a table is given. The question is the difference in the mean aggregate percentage marks of the students. So it is mean aggregate percentages. So we will just calculate the mean aggregate percentage of each person. So for that, we will first calculate for total marks, total maximum marks, and we will add total marks he got and find out the percentage. So if you see, total maximum marks is 350, 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 50. So total for A, total marks is equal to 100 plus 100, 100 plus 50, which is equal to 350. So now total marks secured is 60 plus 70 plus 50 plus 30, which is you see 7 plus 3, 10, 15 plus 6, 21. So 210. So percentage is 210 by 350. 21 by 35. So if you cancel it with 3, you get 3 by 5. Oh, which is 60 percentage, right? 60 percentage. 30 by 5 is 0.6, which is 60 percentage. Okay, so you'll get 3 by 5 if you divide both sides by 7. Okay, anyway, for B, when you do the same stuff, total marks ILTM total marks is 350 plus 25, 375. And marks secured is 80 plus 70 plus 60 plus 15. So which is 5, 7 plus 7, 14 plus 8 is 225. So percentage is 225 by 375. So if you cancel with 5, we get 4 is 20, 25, 45, 7, 35, 25, so 75. So which is again, if you cancel it with 15, we get 3, and this is becomes 5. So it is 3 by 5, which is also 60 percentage. So both are same. So the aggregate percentage marks, the mean difference in mean aggregate percentage marks of student is 0. So answer is D. Answer to question 19 is D, 0. That is the solution to question 19. Moving on to next question, question 20. Examine the following figures. Which one of the following figures has the above figure embedded in it? So just, there is no particular logic to solve this. Just intuition and just see whether this figure fits. So if you see, since it has to be like this, it doesn't fit here. Since there is no connection from here, that doesn't fit. So this is this one. So it fits. This figure fits in this. So solution is option C. So it's fairly simple question. So we'll move on to the next question. Question 21. Consider the following matrix. Which one of the following figures fits into the blank part of the above matrix? So if you observe, find a relation in a row. So first one is up. If you just compare the first arrow, what happens to the first arrow? It is up, up, and down. For second arrow, it is up, down, and up. So for first arrow, in the first two cases, it remains same and it get reverses. So in the second, for the second arrow, it is it first get reversed, then again gets reversed. So let us see whether that is what is in the second row. So same get reversed, correct. For the second arrow, same, reverse, reverse. So this relationship is followed in the second row also. So using that logic, we can say same first arrow. For the first arrow, it will be the same as this one, so it will be up. And for the second row, it will reverse from this, so again up. So the arrow will be like this. Okay, so option B is the correct answer for question 21. So we just found out the relation, what happens to the individual arrow, first for the first arrow, then for the second arrow, and just check whether that same relation applies in the second row, and use that to find the what happens here. Okay. So same reverse, same reverse, reverse. So same logic we applied. Okay, solution to question 21. Moving on to the next question, question 22. The following table gives population and total income of a city for 4 years. Here population in lakhs, income in crores is given. Which one of the following statement is correct in respect of the above data? So we'll just quickly go through the options. Population increased by 5% or more every year. So you'll just check that. 5% of 20 is 1. 1. So 21 means 5% increase, and 5% that is satisfied there. So 21's 5% is 10% is 2.1, so which becomes 1.05. So 21 plus, it should be 1.05. 5% increase means 2. You got it right. 10% is 2.1 and 1.05 is 5%. So 21 plus 1.05 means 22.05 should be 5% increase, which is only 22. So this option is wrong. So there is no 5% increase or more increase from here to here. So that is wrong. So A is wrong. Second, income increase by 10% or more every year. So let's check that. 1010 plus 10% is 101. So 101 becomes 1111. Correct. So 10% increase, that is there. So again 10% increase means 0.1 2 2 2 1. So it should be 1222.1 if it is 10% increase. So there is more increase, 1225. So that is satisfied there also. So again let's check for 1225. 10% is 122.5. So we'll add it 0.5 7 4 3. So it should be 1347.5. So it is only 1345. So there is no 10% increase from this point to this. So option B is wrong. So we will have to check whether option C is correct. I'll just remove all this. So now we have to check option C, whether option C is right. Per capita income was always above 5,000. So to check that, we have to divide the income with population. So income is 1000 crores. So it is 10 raised to 7 by 20 into 10 raised to 5, since it is population in lakhs. So this becomes 100. So here the idea is this should be greater than, per capita income was always above 5,000. To be here 100 is there. So this should be above 50. If it is above 50, then it is greater than 5,000. So as you can clearly see, 50 into 20 is 1000. 1010 is above 50. So this is greater than, this whole figure is greater than 5,000. We don't need to find the exact figure. In the exam hall, we should save as much time possible. So we just need to check whether this is greater than 50 to see whether the whole figure is greater than 5000. So it is greater than 5000, so that is correct. So we'll check the next one. So 1111 by 21 into, so here 10 raised to 7 by 10 raised to 5, which is 100. Okay, same 10 raised to 7 4 crores and 10 raised to 5 4 lakh, so it cuts and it gives us 100 remaining. So here also we will check whether this part is greater than 50. So for that 21 into 5 we just check by 10, so it will be 1050. This 21 into 50 is 1050. This 1111 is greater than that, so this will give a value that is greater than 50. So since we checked 21 into 50 is just 1050, so this will be any greater than 50 only. So this is also true. So next we will check for the next one, 1025 by 22 into 100. So this has to be greater than 50, so we will just check 22 into 5, 10, 10, 11. So 1100, we will get 1100. 22 into 50, so this is a higher value, greater than 1100, so this whole thing will be greater than 50. So this whole thing is greater than 50, and we can say that this whole answer will be greater than 5000. Okay, so that is also satisfied. Next we will check 4345. 1345 by 23 into 100. So 23 into 50, 15, 92, 10, 11. It is 1150. So this is greater than 1150. So this whole thing, sorry, this whole thing is greater than 50, and this whole is greater than 5000. So this is also satisfied. So we checked all the 4 cases, everything satisfies. Per capita income was always above 5000. So answer C is correct. We don't have to check D, we just can go with the answer C as the answer is the solution. So I hope you understood what I did here. In case if you are confused, do comment on it. I just checked without finding the absolute answer. I just made sure that the whole answer will greater than 5000, or this unit will be greater than 50. So I just checked whether that is the case, and so option C is the correct answer. Solution to question 22. Next question, question 23. Consider the table given below in which the numbers bear certain relationship among themselves along the rows. Which one of the following numbers is a missing number indicated above by X? So if you see, the relation is between these 3 numbers and these 3 numbers. From this we should find a relationship and apply here. So if you just sum everything, third row is simple. It is 30. 27 plus 3 is 30, so it is sum is 60. If you take sum, 29 plus 13 plus 18, it gives 39, 42, 50, 60. So sum of the rows is 60. A plus B plus C is 60. That could be a relationship. It applies here also. So 29 plus 13 plus 18 equal to 60. Similarly, 30 plus 27 plus 3 equal to 60. So in the same, using same logic, 33 plus X plus 19 should be 60. So we get X as 33 plus 19 is 52. So 60 minus 52, which is 8. So we get this X as 8, which is option D. So this is one solution, option D. The reason why I said one solution is there is one more relationship in this. So if you take the sum of second and third element, we'll get 29 as the first element and sum of second and third element is 13 plus 18, which is 28, 31, 31, right? 31. So sum minus first element, we will get 31 minus 29. So that is, if you take sum minus first, you'll get 31 minus 29 equal to 2. Okay, let me just move all this. Sorry. It is 31 minus 29 is equal to 2. So here it becomes 30. First element sum is 30 and first element is 30. So is equal to 0. So we can also think this as, if you sum of in the second row also this applies. So it comes like x plus 19 minus 33 should be equal to, since it's 2 here, pattern wise if you see, this has to be 1. So if you apply this relationship, if you try to apply it like this, so that is adding two numbers then subtracting the first element, we get 2 here, 0. So it should be 1 here. If you use that logic, it is x is equal to 34 minus 19 is 15. So we get 15 as the answer. That is B. So if you use that logic, you get B as answer. In the official UPSC key, it was given B or D. So both are marked as answer by the official UPSC key. First one uses a simple logic. All the sum of three elements is 60 in the first and third row. So we can definitely apply that logic here in the second row, which gives 8 as answer. And if you use the second logic, which is sum of these two, if you add these two and subtract it with this, you will get 2 here and 0 here. So it has to be 1 here. In that logic also we can find the answer, which will give 15 as the answer. So both B and D are acceptable answer for UPSC. So you can choose whichever one you want. Okay, that is the solution to question 23. Next question, 24. Consider the following matrix with one empty block in the lower extreme corner. So which of the following figures could fit in the empty block and thus complete the matrix is the question. So if you observe, when you go to the next block, one circle disappears and it adds one triangle. So whenever there is an addition of a triangle, there is a removal of a small circle here. So from here, if you see, this circle is removed, triangle is gone. From the next figure to, so second circle is removed, a triangle is added, one more circle is removed, one more triangle is added. So in that manner, from this block, either one circle gets removed and one triangle is added, which itself there is an option like that. So right away we can say A is a right answer, or there could be also one more circle is added and a triangle is removed, but usually it doesn't repeat, the pattern doesn't repeat. So the case A has to be the answer. So even that is not in the option also. So one circle is removed, one triangle is added, so A is the correct answer. Moving on to the next question, 25. Alright. With reference to the figure given below, the number of different routes from S to T without retracing from U and or V is. So from S, there is three possible routes. So there is three possibilities, and each possibility will ultimately so each possibility ultimately reaches at u. So next choice comes at u only. So from here we can either choose three options. Then from u there is only two options. So 3 into 2 is the total number of possibilities. So from then both the path reaches the common point v. From there again we have three options to choose. There is no going back, so only three options to choose. So totally uh, that all each option ultimately reaches t. So 3 into 2 into 3 is the total number of possible cases, so which is 18. So 18 is the d is the correct answer. So in case if you have a doubt why there is multiplication to find the total possibilities, I'll just draw one example. So each cases, if you in from the first point there is three cases, right? In each case, uh, you can I will just draw the first case. So if you choose one, then again there is two cases, so two possibilities. So uh, then uh, I'll just draw it separately. Then again three possibilities. uh, from here also I'll just draw it separately. If we reach v, if you so this is one case, so we'll get one. Oh, so let me just s u. So from s, if you just consider this path alone, we have either this path and then three possibilities, so we will get three cases. And then same situation, we'll just draw it using this case. Sorry, if you take this path also, you will have three cases. So 3 plus 3 cases, which is same as 3 into 2, that is this part. Then this 3 into 2 cases, which we just discussed for the path 1, that same 6 cases can be there for each path. So for each path there is 6 cases, 6 cases, 6 cases, or 3 into 2 into 3, that is 6 into 3. That is how multiplication comes. So if you just, whenever we have a choice like this, it is a permutation and combination, a permutation case. So first we have three options, three choices to make, from s, from u, and from v. From each choice we have 3 choices to make. So if you want to find the permutation or like total number of cases, we'll do 3 into 2 into 3, which is 18. That's how multiplication comes. So how that 18 cases is what I just I just draw and explained. Okay, hope it is clear. If you are still confused, just comment. I will try to explain it more. So moving on to the next question, 26. Consider the following figures. Change in positions of beads in the four figures above follows a sequence. Following the same sequence, which of the figures below should appear as the fifth figure? So we'll just consider the first figure. It just it goes like this, from this to this to this to this. It makes a full all the four are different. So we can say the next one will be again this. So there is no repetition, so the whole cycle will probably repeat again. And similarly for the second circle, it is this. So if you take this one, it is this, then this, then this, then this. So So same. So if you see, the same thing repeats again. So first figure will be exactly repeated in the fifth case. So you can see that from, you can just observe how the patterns are changing and then make a conclusion. And in every two, if you just observe, the this will be third one, or this will be the opposite of first one, and fourth one will be opposite of second one. So you can say that this opposite will be this, and got this, will get this, the black. I hope you understood what I meant by drawing like that. This one, this will be the answer. So which is B, option B. Option B is the answer, solution to question 26. Next question, question 27. A bell rings every 18 minutes. A second bell rings every 24 minutes. A third bell rings every 32 minutes. If all the three bells ring at the same time at 8 o'clock in the morning, at what other time will they all ring together? So it is a classic case where we can use LCM to find the common time at which all the three bells ring together. So here LCM of 18, 24 and 32 will give the common minute at which all the three bells ring together. So here you can see, if you, this is 18 to 4, which is all twos. So entire 32 will be there in the LCM, and here it is 6 into 4. So there is 1 3 additional. So here it is 9 into 2. So there is 9 additional. So 32 into 9 is the LCM. So which is 18, 1, 9 into 3, 28. So 288 is 60. If you convert this into hours, this is if you divide by, so 288 minutes by 60, so which is let's, so we can say 4 is gives 240. So 4 hours and then 240, so 48 minutes. 48 minutes. So it was 8 in the morning plus 4 hours gives 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 48 is the next time at which all the three bells ring together. So the correct answer here is B. Answer B. So in case if you are not familiar with the concept of LCM, I'll just explain it quickly. So here it was said the first bell ring after 18 minutes. So 18 into 1 is the first bell rings after 18 minutes, then 18 into 2, then 18 into 3, like this it goes. Similarly, second bell rings after 24, so 24. So it next it rings at 24 into 2, then 24 into 3. Similarly it goes. At third bell rings at 32, then 32 into 2, 32 into 3, right, it like it goes. So at some point, say at some time, some 18 into n, say 18 into m or something, or 24 into p, and some 32 into q, say at some time all these three will be equal. All these three will be equal, and that is the time at which every bell rings together. So we just found out that is 288th minute. 288, so 288th minute they will all ring together. So for 18 it is 9 into 2, 32 gives 116. So 16, so 18 into 16, right? Which is that this m is. So we don't know that. When we don't know that, what we do is find LCM. The LCM of A, B, C if is P. Say if LCM of ABC is P. What does this mean? P is the smallest number that is divisible by both A, B, and C. So P divides with A, and P divides with B, and P divides with C. And P is the smallest number that can be divided with A, B, and C. So that is the same number that we are looking for here. So if this is P, that means this will be P. This will be P. Since P divides with 18, P divides with 24, and P divides with 32. We are not worried about the same P and Q. We just want our P to divide with 18, 24, and 32. If all that is satisfied, then this is the P is the number we are looking for. Okay. So yeah, P will be in all three, in all these three rows. So that is why we just took LCM of 18, 24, and 32. So that number which we got as 288. This 288 is the smallest number that is common in all these three rows. So it divides with 18 and divides with 24 and divides with 32. That is why we use the concept of LCM. I hope that is clear now why we used LCM. Okay, anyway, that is the solution to question 27. Also, if you are not familiar with finding out the LCM, say here it is 18, 24, and 32, we can just factorize it. So here it is 3 into 2 for 18, and 6 into 4 becomes 3 into 2 into 2 into 2. Similarly, for 32, it is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 2, 4, 8, 8 into 2, 16, 16 into 2, 32. So this is how factorize. Now to find the LCM, we take from each number, we will take each factor if it is not if we haven't already taken that. So example is we take 3. Now we take 3 and 2. So next we take, when we consider this 3 is already there, so we skip that. So 1, 2 is already there, so we skip that also. Then another 2 is coming, so we will take 2, and another 2 is coming, so we will take that also. So now here when you go to this, 2 is already there, we skip. Another 2 is already there, we skip. So another 2 is already there, we skip. And there are 2 more 2's which we take. So 2 into 2. So this will be the LCM. So which is 9, 3 into 3, 9, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 32. 9 into 32, which is what we wrote earlier here. This is the LCM. So this is how you find LCM if you are unfamiliar with this. So yeah, just want to share that also. So yeah, that is the solution to question 27, option B. Moving on to the next question, question 28. So I'm not sure whether this is a comprehension, a question from comprehension. Anyway, we will solve this. Price is not the same thing as value. Suppose that on a day, the price of everything, namely coal, bread, postage, stamps, a day's labor, the rent of the houses, etc., were to double, prices then would certainly rise, but values of all things except one would not. Except one would not. The writer wants to say that if the prices of all things were double, the values of all things would remain constant. No. The values of things sold would be doubled. The values of the things bought would be halved. No, it is saying values of all the things except one would not. That is, except for one value of one thing, all others value will rise, it says. So all these options are not right. So the value of money only would be halved. It is talking about the concept of inflation. When the prices of all the things goes up, the buying power of money goes down or halves. So that is what the other means. So D is the correct answer here. Value of money only would be halved. So next question. Question 29. A and B decide to travel from place X to place Y by bus. A has 10 rupees with him and he finds that it is 80% of the bus fare for two persons. B finds that he has 3 with him and hands it over to A. In this context, which one of the following statement is correct? So the 10 rupees is 80% or 0.8 times the bus fare for 2x. Let's say x is the bus fare for one person. So 80% of 2x, or we have 10 is equal to 1.6x. So from this we can find out x, or 10 by 1.6, or we can write 100 by 16. You divide by 4, we have 25 by 4, which is 25 by 2 is 12.5, and 12.5 by 2 is 6.25. So we get 6.25 as x. X is 6.25. So 2x is 12.5. So after B hands over 3 rupees to him, he has 13 rupees now. Now after paying for the two people's fare, A has 0.5, 50 paisa left with him, as the best fare for two people is 12.5. So he has 50 paisa left with him. So after buying the two tickets, A will be left with 50 paisa. C is the option. C is the correct answer. This is the solution to question 29. Moving on to the next question. Question 30. As per the agreement with the bank, a businessman had to refund a loan in some equal installments without interest. So without interest only. So after paying 18 installments, he found that 60% of his loan was refunded. How many installments were there in the agreement? So this is fairly simple question. It is given 18 installments is 60% of his original amount, say X amount. So that original amount will equal to how much installment? 18 by 0.6, or we can say into 10, 6, 3, which gives the 30 installments. So C is the correct answer. For paying X amount, it will take 30 installments. If 0.6x, paying 0.6x took 18 installments, then paying X amount will take 18 by 0.6 or 30 installments. So that is the solution to question 30, option C. Now next question. Question 31. A worker reaches his factory 3 minutes late if his speed from his house to the factory is 5 km per hour. If he walks at a speed of 6 km per hour, then he reaches the factory 7 minutes early. The distance of the factory from the houses. So a pictorial representation is, say he travels, so the correct time, say the correct time he should take is t. So since we are given 3 minutes late and 3 minutes early, we will have to use t, which is the expected time at which he should reach the factory. So let's t be that time. So it is given in the first case, he walks for t minutes, then he took 3 more minutes to reach his factory when he walks at a speed of 5 km per hour. So in the next example, it is said he walks for t minus 7 minutes at 6 km per hour, then he reaches the factory. So we know that in both cases the distance which we need to find out is same. So we can write an equation. Since it is given in hours, we will write 5 by 60, which is 5 by 60 kilometer per minute. So this becomes 5 by 60 kilometer per minute. To get minute, we divide by 60. We divide it by 60. So 5 by 60 into t plus 3 is the time taken in minutes to reach the factory, is equal to 6 into t minus 7, right? Simple equation. The distance is same. So he walked from here to here at a speed of 6 km per hour in t minus 7 minutes. So these two are same. So if you equate, sorry, here also 6 by 60 is there, since it's also kilometer per hour. So as you can see, 60 cancels. So 5t plus 15 is equal to 6t minus 42, or sorry, 60 minus 42. So if you bring t on to one side, we had t is equal to 42 plus 15, which is 57 minutes. So we got our t. Now to find the total distance, we can write distance is equal to 5 kilometer, 5 by 60 into the time taken, t plus 3, 57 plus 3, which is 60. 60 into 60, so 5 kilometers. This is the answer. So here we got 60 as t plus 3. This is t plus 3. Okay. We use the same equation. This one. We could have used this also. That is, we could have used 6 by 60 into t minus 7 also. We'll get the same answer. What will be? This is 6 by 60 into t minus 7. 57 minus 7 is 50. So this becomes 10, 5, which gives 5. Same answer. So we could either use 5 by 60 into t plus 3 or 6 by 60 into t minus 7. That is our choice. Once we find out t, it's fairly simple. So the answer is C, 5 kilometers. That is the solution to question 31. Moving on to the next question, question 32. A question paper must have a question on one of the 8 poets, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or H. The first 4 belongs to the medieval period. So before reading the entire question, let me just read the final question. On the basis of the information given, this year's paper is most likely to contain a question on. So yeah, okay, that is a question. Now we will read the para by writing the informations as it comes. The first 4 belongs to the medieval period. So let's say medieval period has A, B, C, and D. Okay. And modern period, MOD, has E, F, G, or H. It is given like this. Generally, the modern poets figure in the question paper in alternate years. So modern poet figures in the question paper in alternate years only. Generally, those who like H also like G. So G and H are together. And those who like F also like E. So F and E are together. The paper setter does not like to ask about F, as he has written a book on F, but he likes F. So it is given F will not be asked, paper setter, but he likes F, it says. So E will definitely figure in the question paper. So E is there. Last year the paper contained a question on A. So it was also said modern poets figure in the question paper in the alternate year. So since last year contains one question on medieval poet, this year it will be modern question about modern poet. And since the question setter likes F and does not want to write F, E is the correct answer. So E is the correct answer. B is the option. So we use the, so once again, it is said F. The question paper setter has written about F but likes F anyway. So F and E, the paper setter does. So it is also given those who like F like E also. So since it is given, the person question setter likes F, he likes E. So E is the most probable guess here. And since it is last year it was a question on medieval poet, this year it will be more from modern poet. So E is the most likely choice. Solution B. Solution B. Moving on to the next question. Question 33. In a group of 6 women, there are 4 dancers. It's a big question. Before reading all those, I'll just look at the question. If Pooja is an actress, who among the following is certainly a dancer and a violinist? We need a person who is dancer and a violinist. So we'll just draw a quick table for them. So the people are Girija, Vanaja, Shailaja, Tanuja, Shailaja, Tanuja, sorry, Jalaja. I'm just writing the first 2 alphabets of the names, and Pooja. So these are the names. You don't have to. Okay, sorry. Okay, now we write what is dancers. Okay, and vocal musicians, then actress, then violinist. Okay, so now we will read the question. There are 4 dancers. We'll just mark here 4 dancers, 4 vocal musicians, 1 actress, and 3 violinists. We have 3 violinists. Okay, now it is given Girija and Vanaja are among the violinists. Girija and Vanaja are among the violinists. While Jalaja and Shailaja do not know how to play the violin. So Jalaja and Shailaja do not know how to play the violinist. So there are 3 violinists here. Already 2 is marked. 1 more violinist is either Tanuja or Pooja. We'll see. Now Shailaja and Tanuja are among the dancers. Shailaja and Tanuja are among the dancers. Okay. Jalaja, Vanaja, Shailaja and Tanuja are all vocal musicians. So Jalaja, Vanaja, Shailaja and Tanuja are all vocal musicians. So there are only 4 vocal musicians. We can quickly mark the other 2 as not vocal musicians. Then 2 of them are also violinists. It is given 2 of them are violinists. So among these 4, 2 are violinist. Already 1 is marked violinist and other 2 are marked not violinist. So this has to be violinist. Tanuja is the violinist. So since we have only 3 violinists, we can mark cross here also. So we got our violinist. Now if Pooja is an actress, who among the following is certainly a dancer and a violinist? So if you see the common 2 people, this is the violinist and dancer, which is Tanuja. So Tanuja is the correct answer. D is the solution. So we didn't use many of the information that was given. Anyway, Tanuja is the answer. We could have saved some time if we skipped some of the information. Anyway, question 33, solution D. Moving on to next question, question 34. The letters L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S and T in their order are substituted by 9 integers 1 to 9 but not in that order. 4 is assigned to P. The difference between, okay, some information is given. 4 is assigned to P and the difference between P and T is 5. So it is given P and T, difference between P and T is 5. So if it is P minus T equal to 5, we'll get T is equal to P minus, since P is 4, T is becomes P minus 5, which is 4 minus 5. So this is not possible. So since it is just said the difference between P and T, it could be T minus P also. So T minus P is 5. So T is P plus 5, which is 5 plus 4, 9. So which is possible. So this case is possible. So T is 9. We got T as 9. The difference between N and T is 3. So now we know that it is the difference between N and T is N minus T or T minus N. Both is possible. So if you take N minus T, N minus T, since T is the larger number, N minus T will give largest number, N minus T will give negative result. So N minus T cannot be the case. So it is T minus N only. So T minus N is 3, it is given. So N is T minus 3 or 9 minus 3 is 6. So we get 6. T minus 3 is 9 minus 3 is 6. So our answer is D. So solution to question 34 is D, 6. Moving on to the next question, question 35. The number of deaths among the army personnel is 18,000, but among the civilian population it is 20 per thousand. Which one of the following inferences can be drawn from this statement? So it is given number of deaths is higher in civilian population, it is 20 per thousand, and in army it is 18,000 only. So from this, which of the inference, it is better to join the army, is wrong. Nothing of that sort of is mentioned from the statement. So no. Relationship is fortuitous. That is, this relationship happens by fortune or luck. So that is not the case here. It is not the answer. The quality of life index is very high within the armed forces. So even a riskier job has lower death can mean that they have better facilities and all, but it is not clearly mentioned. So quality of life index can mean many things. So it's not the option. The groups cannot be compared due to their heterogeneity. So that is the case here. Civilian population and army population are two entirely different groups and have people from all walks of life, the civilian population. So there is no pointing in comparing a one-to-one, making a one-to-one comparison in the number of deaths. So D is the correct answer. The groups cannot be compared due to their heterogeneity. Question 35, solution is D. So next question, question 36. Given the statement, buses are the causes of more accident than cars and trucks causes fewer accident than bus. So it is given buses cause more accidents than cars and trucks cause fewer accidents than buses. This is the information given. Which of the following conclusion can we draw? There are more buses on the road than trucks, which we don't know from the given statement. So we cannot draw such a conclusion. Car drivers are more careful than bus drivers. We cannot draw this conclusion. The reason is, what if it is true that cars causes lesser accidents than buses, but what if that is because there are lesser number of cars in roads than bus? There could be other reasons for that to happen than car drivers are more careful. There is nothing given in the statement which says about car drivers. It is just that cars cause fewer accidents. So we cannot draw such a conclusion. Truck drivers are more skilled than either car or bus drivers. Similarly, we cannot draw any conclusion like that. So we'll go with D. None of the above is the answer. So The conclusion should be from the given statement, not using some other information you know. So from the given statements, we cannot draw any of the three conclusions. Statements as conclusions. So D, none of the above is the answer. Solution to question 36 is D. Moving on to the next question, question 37. 4 persons, Alok, Bhupesh, Chandar and Dinesh have a total of 100 rupees. It's a big question. We'll just read the final answer. Final question first. Who has the maximum amount of money? So we are not, we don't have to find the exact amount. We just need to find the person with the largest money. So it is given, we'll call them with their first letter, since all the first letters are unique, A, B, C, D. So it is given A plus B plus C plus D is 100. And then it is given Alok and Bhupesh, between them has A plus B is equal to C plus D. It's given. But Alok has more money than Bhupesh. So A is greater than B. So among these two people, A is greater. So B is not, since we have to find the who has the maximum amount of money, B will not be the answer. So B is out. Then Chandar has only half the money that Dinesh has. So among C and D, Chandar has only half the money Dinesh has. So C is also not the answer. C is equal to D by 2, it is given. Okay. So either A or D is the answer. Now it is given Alok has in fact 5 rupees more than Dinesh. So it is also given A is greater than D. So clearly among A and D, A is greater. So Alok is the person with maximum money. So A is the correct answer. Solution to question 37 is A. We did not find any other values. That is not needed. That is the advantage of reading the question first before going through the passage. Just read the question first and find out what we need to find, so we can quickly arrive at the answer. So solution to question 37 is A, Alok. Moving on to next question, question 38. Examine the following statements. So 5 statements are given. We will just look at the question first. If he attends just one subject in a day and his Sunday is free, then he is also free on. So we need to find the day which George attends. So George, which day George is free. So George attends music class on Monday. So Monday is not the answer. He is not free on Monday. He attends mathematics class on Wednesday. So Wednesday is also not the answer. It is not given. His literature classes are not on Friday. Friday he could be an answer. He attends history classes on the day following day of his mathematics classes. So we'll just write Wednesday max. Okay. Then it is attends history class on the day following the day of his math. So the day following is Thursday is history. So both Wednesday and Thursday are not answers. So Thursday is not the answer. So on Tuesday he attends his sports classes. So Tuesday sports. So Tuesday is also not answer. So he has to attend. The only thing that is left is his literature classes. So Saturday is his literature classes. So the day he is free is on Friday. Which is D, option D. Solution to question 38 is D. Moving on to the next question, question 39. So in a row, A is in the 11th position from the left and B is in the 10th position from the right. So we'll just mark that out. A is 11. So there are 10 people behind A. Then B is 10th. So there are 9 people behind B. 10th from the right? So 9 people, then B. So 10th and 11. Okay. Now if A and B interchange, so B takes A's position. So let's write B here. So there are 10 people behind B now. Then A here. There are 9 people behind A. A and B interchanged. Then A becomes 18th. So A is 18th. So that means there are 17 people behind A now. So there are already 10 people behind B. Then B is 11. So there has to be 6 people. To have 17 people, it has to be 6 people between A and B. So 6 plus 1, 7 plus 10, 17. So A will be 18. So how many persons are there in the row other than A and B is the question. So which is 10 plus 6 plus 9. So which is 15 plus 10, 25. So correct answer is C. Solution to 39 is C. Next question, question 40. Location of B is north of A and location of C is east of A. So let's just mark that. Location of A is so A is here, say north of A, B is north of A, and C is east of A. Is east of A. AB and AC are 5 kilometers and 12 kilometers respectively. 5 AB is 5 and AC is 12 kilometers respectively. The shortest between location B and C is, it's just hypotenuse theorem. So BC square is equal to, using hypotenuse theorem, 5 square 25, just okay, 5 square plus 12 square, which is 25 plus 144, which is 169. This is 13 square, so 13. So this is the solution. BC is 13. That is the shortest distance between B and C. The right angle triangle, and we use the hypotenuse theorem. Hypotenuse is the shortest distance. So B. Solution to question 40 is B. Moving on to the next question, question 41. Two cars start towards each other from two places A and B, which are at a distance of 160 kilometers. So A, B at 160 kilometers, and they start at the same time at 8:10 a.m. 8:10 a.m. If the speed of the cars are 50 kilometers and 30 kilometer per hour, so 50 kilometer per hour and 30 kilometer per hour respectively, they will meet each other at. So this question can be easily solved using the concept of relative velocity. So we'll make A stationary and B travel towards A. So relative speed of B in the perspective of B when A is stationary is 50 V1 plus V2, which is 50 plus 30, 80 kilometer per hour. And B has to travel 160 kilometers to reach A. So time taken, time is distance by speed, and here speed is relative speed and distance is relative distance. So 160 by 80, which is 2 hours. So at 2 hours, B will reach, from the perspective of B will reach the stationary A in 2 hours. So let's say somewhere here, or some since A is traveling at a higher speed, they will meet somewhere here, or somewhere after the middle point, right? From the A is traveling at a higher speed. Anyway, that is not relevant. 2 hours. So 8:10 plus 2, which is 11:10 is the 11:10 a.m. is the correct answer. Sorry, 10:10 a.m. 10:10 a.m. is the correct answer. So A is the correct answer. So if you're not familiar with this relative speed or the concept discussed just now, you can refer to the question 7, this year's question 7, 2014. Okay, it discussed the concept of relative speed, or you could refer question 19 of 2013, the previous year paper. I have discussed this concept in the question 19 also. So you could refer either these two questions to get a clarity on this topic. I am not going to discuss this again, but please refer to these questions. If that is not clear, after referring those two questions, and if the concept is still not clear, do comment. I will try to make another video on it. Thank you. So the solution to question 41 is A. Next question, question 42. If the third day of a month is Monday, which one of the following will be the fifth day from 21st of this month? So third day is Monday. Okay, now we need to find fifth day from 21st. So we need to find 21 plus 5, which is 26th day. We need to find the 26th day. If third day is Monday, 3 uh, 3 plus 7. So 3 plus 7 will be another Monday. 10th day will be a Monday. Similarly, 3 plus 14 will be a Monday. So 10th day will be a Monday, and adding 7 to it, 17th day will be a Monday. Add 7 to it. Similarly, 24th day will be a Monday. So 24th day will be a Monday, 25th day will be a Tuesday, and 26th day will be a Wednesday. So 26th day, that is 5th day from the 21st of this month, will be a Wednesday. So the solution is C. So we can use this concept. If you add 7 to it, we will get the same day. So we use that to solve question 42. Solution is C. Moving on to the next question, question 43. For a charity show, the total tickets sold were 420. Half of these tickets were sold at the rate of 5 each, 1/3 at the rate of 3 each, and the rest for 2 each. So we'll just, what was the total amount received? So half of 420. So 420 is the total. So 5 rupees each tickets were half of 420. So 210 plus, and 1/3 at the rate of 3. So 3 into 1/3. So 1/3 means 140, right? 12, 4 into 3, 12, 40. Tickets at 140 rupees, and rest, which we 3, this covers 210 plus 140 is 350. So rest is 70. So 420 minus 210 plus 140. So 350. This is 350. So 70 tickets. 70 were sold for 2 each. 2 into 70. So this is the answer. So 210, so 5 and 1050 plus 140 into 3. 0, 12, 420 plus 140. So this becomes 0, 4, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. 1, 3, 4. So 11, 4, 5, 6, 1, 6, 1, 0. So this is the answer. Solution to question 43 is C. So moving on to the next question, question 44. Direction for the following 3 items. Read the passage given below and answer the items that follow. A, B, C, D, E, F are members of a family. They are engineer, stenographer, doctor, draughtsman, lawyer, and judge. A, the engineer is married to the lady stenographer. Okay, so this is a family tree type of question. The best way to solve such questions is draw a family tree. There are 3 questions, so we can it's okay to take some time and draw a family tree. So I will be using certain notations or symbols for easy drawing. So you can come up with your own symbols. It's completely up to you. You need not take the symbols I draw. Just come up with some symbols that is easy to remember for you. So the symbols, anyway, the symbols I am going to use will be a square symbol to denote male, and a circle symbol to denote female. So in case we have a married couple, I will denote it with an equal symbol. And in case we have brothers and sisters, I will denote it with married. And in case of a single line, I will use this single line to mark brothers, sisters. So
to denote a parent son relationship, I will use for a father son relation. So I will use like this. So if you have a line like this, if you see a drawing like this, it means this is the father, this is the son, this is the daughter. So this is a top down approach, right? So I will use such relation, such drawing to denote father son or father daughter relation. So these are the symbols. You can use a triangle symbol in case the gender is not very clear from the question. So these are the symbols I will be using. Unknown, let me just gender. Okay, I'll be using these symbols to come up with a family tree from the given information. So I will draw the family tree. So let me just see what are the information given. 1 second, let me just, I'll create a new page so that this question, I'll just move the question to the next page so that it will be easier. Okay, let the question be here so that I can draw the family. I will have more space to draw the family tree. Yeah, okay. Now it is, the information starts from here. A, the engineer is married to the lady stenographer. So we know that A is male. So we'll just A married to steno. Okay, we don't know who that is. That is the information given. The judge is married to the lawyer. So we don't know who the gender of the judge. So I'll just draw a triangle. Judge is married to a lawyer. Okay. Then F, the draughtsman, is the son of B and brother of E. So we know that F is son, so male person, son of B and brother of E. So E, they are linked like this. This is brother relationship and this is parent child relation. So we don't know the gender of B and E, so we'll leave it like that. And C, the lawyer is the daughter-in-law of D. So we are given some information here. So we'll just we have the gender now. C is the lawyer and is the daughter-in-law. So it is a female person, and judge becomes the male person, married to a male person. C is married to a male person. So we don't know who that is, but we are given the information. C is the daughter-in-law of D. So it has to be like this. Since daughter-in-law means husband's parent, daughter-in-law of D means D is the parent of C's husband. So the relationship will look something like this. And E is the unmarried doctor. So this is doctor, unmarried doctor, and F is was given as draughtsman. So draughtsman, okay, doctor. We got these three information. It was given F, the draughtsman is the son of B. I didn't mark draughtsman here. Okay, anyway, D is the grandmother of F. So now it is interesting. So it is given, we'll form, since this is a family, grandmother of F. So F is this and this has to be there. So they have one more son, and this becomes B now. Now this is the grandmother. So this is a circle. Now there is only two married couples in the family. So this is one married couple and this is the another. So the only possibility is like this. So okay, now engineer. Okay, A was engineer. It was given A was engineer. So in the beginning, A, the engineer, is married. So we filled in that information also. So all the information. So this draughtsman, doctor. So we have filled in all the information. This is the family tree we need. We can use this family tree to solve all the questions. So we'll go to the questions now. So first question is question 44. This is our family tree. What is the profession of B? So we know that B is a judge. So we'll just mark A as our correct answer. A. So there is something wrong. Okay. A is the correct judge. Is the correct answer. B is judge. A. So moving on to the next question. Sorry. Which of the following is or are a couple or couples? So from the figure we know that the couples are D and A and B and C. So both AD and BC are couples. So we have that. So C is the correct answer. AD and BC. So solution to question 45 is C. So we'll go to the next question. What is the profession of D? So we got profession of D as stenographer. So solution to question 46 is B, stenographer. So so that is the last question of this test series. And so I hope all the concept discussed in this video and all the solutions discussed were clear. If you have doubt in any of the questions, please comment. I will try to address it or make a separate video on the concept which concept mentioned. Okay, so I hope this video, this solution series is useful to people who are new to the CSAT exam, and I'll be coming up with the next year's video soon, next year's CSAT solution soon. So thank you for watching.